Hi everyone, welcome back to Quicora Global, where we break down UK immigration news so you can stay ahead. If you're planning a move to the UK for work, study, family, or settlement, big changes just kicked in on November 11th, 2025. These updates come from the government statement of changes HC 1333, aiming to streamline rules, tighten suitability checks, and support fairer processes like better protections for stateless families. No more scattered refusal grounds. Everything's consolidated into a new part suitability section. In this video, we'll cover the must-knows, new good character rules, family and work tweaks, study fund hikes, settlement shifts, and a full revamp for stateless applicants. Stick around for tips on what this means for your application. If you're new here, hit subscribe and that bell for weekly updates. Let's dive in. New part suitability. The big overhaul on good character and refusals. First up, the game's changer part suitability. This replaces the old Part 9, general grounds for refusal, and applies to almost all visa routes, except things like EU settlement or most asylum claims. It's split into 5 sections covering everything from criminal history to immigration breaches. Key changes. Criminality grounds, mandatory refusal if you've got a sentence of 12 months or more, or if you're a persistent offender causing serious harm. Shorter sentences? Still discretionary, but expect closer scrutiny. Deception and breaches, false info or non-disclosure. Automatic ban. Overstaying? Refusal if it's over 90 days, but exceptions for short gaps under 14 days with good reason, or COVID-era delays won't count against you. Other refusals. NHS debts over £500, unpaid court costs, or even rough sleeping with antisocial behavior could trigger discretionary refusals. On arrival, no passport? That's grounds for denial too. Pro tip: if you're applying now, double-check your history. This makes things more consistent, but stricter for serious issues. Applications before November 11th are judged on old rules, so timing matters. Family migration. Smoother checks, but tighter safeguards. Moving to family routes like partners or parents under Appendix FM. The suitability rules are now simplified. Just don't fail part suitability, cutting out redundant checks. But there's a catch. Exceptional circumstances. If your case has insurmountable obstacles or it's in the child's best interest, you might get 30 months limited leave instead of indefinite unless serious criminal grounds block it entirely. Overstayers in family apps. Good news: short overstays, if you qualify under exceptions, won't derail entry clearance or settlement. Adult dependence and adoption. Refusals for deception or sham marriages require a full 10-year clean period to overcome. For bereaved partners or domestic abuse victims, exemptions apply to certain breaches, making it easier to stay safe. Overall, this supports genuine families while closing loopholes. Work routes, legacy perks and sponsor tweaks. Employers and skilled pros. Listen up: work visas like skilled worker and global business mobility are integrating the new suitability test. Highlights. Skilled worker. English stays at B2, but legacy holders, pre-April 2024, can stick with lower salary thresholds until 2030. Health and care workers get continuous sponsorship perks, ignoring short overstays. Global business mobility. Pre-2024 intercompany transfers keep flexible job codes and no salary caps till 2030. Temporary work. Seasonal worker max stay drops to 10 months, from 12, and no entry if you've been one in the last 4 months. Scale up and innovator founder now require B2 English, unless you had B1 recently. Cancellations. If your sponsor loses their license or you switch jobs without approval, permission can be yanked, but exceptions for maternity leave or TUP transfers. This keeps talent flowing in shortages like healthcare, but expect more checks on compliance. Study and graduate. Higher funds, shorter stays ahead. Students. Appendix student and child studency maintenance funds rise now £1,529 per month in London, up from £1,334 and £1,171 outside, capped at 9 months' worth. Child student. Guardians must be British or settled. New fund tables for foster care, £570 per month, or independent teens, £1,334. Graduate visa stays the same for now, 3 years for PhDs, 2 years for others, but drops to 18 months for non-PhDs from January 2027. Self-employment allowed if you're waiting on an innovator founder endorsement. Overstayer exceptions apply, so minor delays won't hurt. Plan your finances early. Settlement and statelessness. Longer paths, better protections. Settlement qualifying time? Still 5 years in most cases, but overstaying, even excused, doesn't count toward continuous residence and Appendix ECA/Tier 1 now included. For private life or family settlement, fix issues like NHS debts within 10 years to qualify. Huge win for stateless folks. A brand new Appendix Statelessness replaces old rules. If you're stateless under the 1954 Convention and can't get nationality elsewhere, get 5 years permission with work/study/public funds access, leading to settlement. Families can join if the unit formed before your grant. TB tests and evidence required, but it's a clearer path. Other quick hits and what's next. Quick notes. High potential individual, capped at 8,000 apps/year, English up to B2. Global talent, easier for group award winners. Ukraine/Afghan schemes, minor clarifications for kids and guardians. These changes aim to reduce net migration while keeping the UK open, but always check your specifics. Outro, action steps. So, what's your biggest takeaway? Drop a comment, family, work, or study. If this helped, like and share. It supports more free guides. Consult a lawyer for personalized advice.